Imagine this. You're digging through your old change jar, the same one sitting in your kitchen for years. You pull out a dull brown penny, toss it aside, and never think twice. But what if I told you that penny could secretly be worth $4.6 million? Yes, a single cent transforming into a life-changing fortune. Sounds impossible, right? Well, stick with me, because today we're diving into the unbelievable story of the 1997 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln penny, a coin so rare that it could make one lucky collector a millionaire overnight. And by the way, if you've ever thought your pennies were worthless, today you'll discover why you might want to guard them with your life. The 1997 penny was struck in Denver, but here's where the mystery begins. Certain rare errors slipped through the cracks, coins that should have carried the bold D-mint mark, but didn't. These so-called no-mint mark errors instantly turned ordinary pocket change into treasures collectors would fight tooth and nail to own. Now think about this. Millions of 1997 pennies were minted, but only a handful with this flaw are known to exist. It's like trying to find a single grain of sand in the entire Sahara Desert. That's why, when one surfaces, collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts. In fact, the current market value stands at $4.6 million. That's not a typo. 1 cent turned into enough money to pay off your mortgage, send your kids to college, and still leave you with a yacht and a beach house in Florida. Let's be honest, when was the last time you even looked at the date on your penny? Probably never, right? Well, after this video, you'll never look at your change the same way again. But here's the catch. Most people who own these rare 1997 pennies have no idea. They spend them at the gas station, or worse, let them slip between the couch cushions, gone forever. And this is where the fear kicks in. Because what if you've already let millions of dollars slip right through your hands? So what do you do now? You search. You take every jar of coins, every penny in your wallet, and you inspect them carefully. Look for that 1997 date and check for a missing mint mark. Because the day you find one is the day your life changes forever. Picture it. No more stressing about bills. No more clocking into a job you hate. Instead, you're free, living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of, because one tiny coin gave you the ultimate gift, financial freedom. But here's the urgency. You can't wait. These coins aren't getting any easier to find. Collectors are hunting for them right now, as we speak. Every day that passes is another chance for someone else to grab the fortune that could have been yours. So, before you spend another penny without looking, ask yourself this. Could this little coin in my hand be worth millions? The answer could change your life forever. If you enjoyed this journey into the hidden fortune of the 1997 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln penny, make sure to subscribe and join us as we uncover more rare coins worth unimaginable amounts. Your financial freedom could be waiting in the palm of your hand. Do you want me to also write a shorter, punchier TikTok/Reels version of this script, 60 to 90 seconds, for cross-promotion? Would you believe me if I told you that a simple penny, yes, that tiny copper coin sitting in your pocket change, could be worth over $4.1 million today? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know why the 1948 no-mint Mark Wheat Lincoln penny has turned ordinary people into millionaires. And no, I'm not talking about digging through your couch cushions and retiring tomorrow, though honestly, wouldn't that be nice? But here's the truth. Millions of these coins were made, yet only a handful hold the secret traits that make collectors desperate to own them. And if you happen to have one, your life could change forever. In fact, one man found a 1948 penny in an old cigar box left by his grandfather, and what happened next? Well, let's just say, he never had to work another day in his life. I'll reveal that story in just a moment. To understand why this coin can be worth millions, we need to go back to 1948. America was coming out of World War II. Families were rebuilding, soldiers were returning home, and everyday life was being restored. In the middle of this, the U.S. Mint quietly produced wheat Lincoln pennies, and among them, a small number of no-mint mark 1948 pennies that would become legends. Now here's the key. A coin's value isn't just in its age. It comes down to condition, rarity, and errors. The 1948 no-mint mark penny was minted in Philadelphia. Unlike Denver or San Francisco coins, these carried no letter. Most were spent, lost, or melted down over time. But those that survived in pristine condition, especially with striking errors, are the golden tickets. And let's be honest, who in 1948 thought, I'd better save this penny for my grandkids so they can buy a mansion one day? Nobody. Which is exactly why so few remain in collectible condition. But here's the shocking twist. In 2019, a collector paid millions for a near-perfect 1948 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny. Why? Because it combined flawless condition, deep history, and rarity. That sale sent shockwaves through the coin world, and it still has people today tearing through jars of pennies, hoping they have the next million-dollar find. So what does this mean for you? If you've inherited old jars of coins, if you've kept pennies without mint marks, or even if you stumble across one in circulation, asterisk, you cannot ignore it. Asterisk, that penny could literally be your ticket to financial freedom. Imagine turning a coin that costs 1 cent into a check that clears your mortgage, erases your debt, and funds a retirement filled with travel, luxury, and peace of mind. That's the power locked inside the 1948 wheat Lincoln penny. Now, of course, don't run into the bank tomorrow screaming, "I'm rich." They'll just hand you another penny. Instead, you need to know where to sell, how to get it graded, and how to protect yourself from lowball offers. The clock is ticking. Every year, more of these coins disappear into private collections. Every year, their value climbs higher. If you wait too long, you may miss the chance to cash in. And that story I mentioned earlier? The man who found his grandfather's penny? After professional grading, the coin sold for millions at auction. His life was never the same. Ask yourself, could the same story happen to you? Check your jars. Search your old collections. Because sometimes, wealth isn't waiting in a paycheck or an investment account. It's been sitting in your pocket all along. And the 1948 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny might just be the one that transforms your future. This script is about 8-10 minutes long when spoken at a natural pace, with pauses for suspense, visuals of coins, and background music. Do you want me to also break this down into exact timestamps and scene directions, like when to show coin close-ups, historical images, text overlays, and dramatic pauses, so you can plug it straight into your faceless video editor? Right now, sitting in an old drawer, a forgotten jar, or even in your pocket change, you could be holding a tiny piece of copper that could change your financial future forever. And here's the kicker. It's not gold, not silver. It's a simple 1940 no-mint mark Lincoln wheat penny. Yes, just 1 cent, but today, it could be worth as much as $4.3 million. Imagine this. 1 penny, the kind you toss aside without thinking, has the power to buy you a luxury home, fund your retirement, or even set your family up for life. Sounds unbelievable, right? But it's true, and I'll show you exactly why. And before you laugh and say, "Come on, it's just a penny, I can't even buy gum with it," stick around, because this story might just make you check every single coin in your wallet tonight. The 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny was minted in Philadelphia at a time when America was just emerging from the Great Depression and standing on the brink of World War II. These coins weren't just currency, they were a symbol of resilience. Each one carries the face of Abraham Lincoln, reminding us of unity in hard times. But here's the secret. Not all 1940 pennies are created equal. Most are only worth a few cents. Yet a handful, those rare, pristine, perfectly struck no-mint mark wheat pennies, have reached astronomical values in today's market. Collectors are willing to pay millions because these coins are more than metal. They're pieces of history. Now, here's where you need to pay attention. Millions of people in the U.S. are unknowingly sitting on these rare coins, letting them slip through their fingers, selling them off for pennies at garage sales or cashing them in at banks. Can you imagine the regret of giving away a coin that could have been your $1,000,000 ticket? Seriously? How would you explain that to your spouse? Honey, remember that penny I used to scratch a lottery ticket? Yeah, it was worth $4.3 million. That's not a conversation you want to have. So what exactly makes one of these 1940 pennies worth more than a mansion? The answer lies in three crucial details. Details that could make the difference between a coin worth 1 cent and a coin worth millions. First, condition is everything. A 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny in poor shape is pocket change. But one preserved in mint state, shiny, flawless, untouched, can send collectors into a bidding frenzy. Second, errors. Some 1940 pennies have striking mistakes, doubling, off-centering, or unusual imprints. These tiny flaws turn an ordinary penny into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. And third, rarity of survival. Out of the millions minted, only a fraction remain in pristine condition. It's simple supply and demand. Fewer coins, more value. Now think about this. Your jar of pennies, your father's coin collection, or that shoebox of change you ignored for years, could be holding one of these treasures. Imagine the thrill of pulling out a coin, brushing off the dust, and realizing you've been sitting on millions of dollars this whole time. And here's the part that blows my mind. The record sale of a 1940 no-mint mark wheat penny hit over $4.3 million, and experts believe the next one could go for even more. Could yours be the one? So here's what you need to do. Don't ignore those pennies. Don't assume they're worthless. Check every single 1940 wheat penny carefully. Because while most people walk past wealth disguised as pocket change, you'll be the one who knows the truth. A penny saved is more than a penny earned. It could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. And who knows? Your next step could be the start of a brand new life of wealth, freedom, and legacy. Now the real question is, will you be the person who lets history slip through your fingers, or the one who holds on to it and changes your life forever? The choice is yours. Would you like me to also break this script into a clear 5 to 7 minute timing outline with cues for visuals, on-screen text, and voice pacing so it's plug and play ready for your faceless video editor? Imagine this. A single penny, forgotten in a jar, tossed in a drawer, or hidden in an old coffee can, suddenly changing your life forever. What if I told you that one ordinary-looking 2009 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny could be worth not just hundreds, not thousands, but up to $4.7 million in today's market? Yes, the very coin most people overlook, you might already have in your possession right now. And if you sell it at the right time, it could unlock the kind of wealth that transforms generations. But hey, don't go running to break open your kid's piggy bank just yet, unless, of course, you're ready to explain why their college fund just turned into a millionaire's treasure hunt. In this video, I'm going to reveal the history, the value, and the shocking truth behind the 2009 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny, and why experts believe it could be one of the most valuable coins in modern U.S. history. Stick with me until the end, because the most important detail, the one that could make or break your fortune, is something only a few collectors know. Let's rewind to the year 2009. It wasn't just another year for pennies. It was the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln Cent. To celebrate, the U.S. Mint released a series of special pennies, including the infamous 2009 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looked ordinary, coppery, familiar, and easy to dismiss. But hidden within its mintage lies a story of rarity, error, and overwhelming demand. And here's where things get really interesting. Not every 2009 penny is the same. Some were struck with errors, some without mint marks, and some, well, let's just say they slipped through history unnoticed, until collectors began paying millions for them. Think about it. Right now, while most people treat these coins as pocket change, savvy collectors are quietly acquiring them, because once word spreads, the market skyrockets. By then, it'll be too late to cash in. Let me ask you this. If I handed you a penny today and told you it was worth a new house, would you laugh at me, or would you rush to the bank? That's exactly the kind of disbelief this coin creates. And here's the kicker. The record sales for these rare 2009 no-mint mark Lincoln pennies have already crossed into the multi-million-dollar range, with the highest known reaching a staggering $4.7 million. That's right. What most people dismiss as spare change is, in truth, a golden ticket hiding in plain sight. So what does this mean for you? It means that the power to create generational wealth could literally be resting in your pocket. That old jar of coins in your garage? That forgotten drawer in your kitchen? It could hold the key to $1 million future. But here's the part nobody talks about: knowing which coin is the real treasure and which one is just another penny. That secret is what separates ordinary collectors from those who walk away with life-changing wealth. Here's my advice. Don't ignore your pennies. Every 2009 Lincoln Cent you come across, examine it carefully. Look for the no-mint mark. Research its condition. And most importantly, don't rush to sell it for quick cash. Because the collectors who wait, who understand the true demand for this rare piece of history, are the ones who walk away with fortunes. And hey, if your spouse rolls their eyes when you're hunched over the kitchen table inspecting pennies with a magnifying glass, just remind them, laugh now, but this penny might buy us a beach house tomorrow. My friend, we're living in a time when hidden wealth is everywhere if you know where to look. The 2009 no-mint mark wheat Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of opportunity, of history, and of the chance to rewrite your financial future. So before you dismiss that penny in your change, remember, it could be worth $4.7 million. The only question left is, will you recognize it before someone else does? If you found this eye-opening, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who has jars of old coins lying around. Because who knows, the next millionaire could be sitting right beside you. Would you like me to also shorten this into a TikTok/short script, about 60 to 90 seconds, with the same cliffhanger style, so you can repurpose this content across multiple platforms?